the moment. You're right, Alice. In the meantime, a powerful earthquake a few hours ago hitting the southern California coast and off the western coast of Mexico here. 6.3 magnitude, about 2:30 a.m. local time, about 5:30 here on the East Coast. About 160 miles off the coast of San Diego here, and local news reports say that folks in Long Beach and Newport Beach in Southern California, they felt the shaking. Dr. John Ebel is a seismologist, director of the Western Observatory Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences at Boston College. Sir, good morning to you, doctor. You said some interesting things to our producers, that the interesting thing about this earthquake is the location where it occurred. How so?
That's right. All of the earthquake activity we've seen off of Southern California has been on the continent itself. This earthquake occurred in the rock where the continent has dropped away, and now we have purely oceanic rock. Very unusual for earthquakes in Southern California.
I want to show folks the San Andreas Fault. I think that's what a lot of people think about in California. Just advance it one if we could here, and we'll show how it runs along the entire west coast of California. And what you are saying, sir, is that whether or not the onshore activity is related to the offshore activity. Can you make a connection or not?
Well, we'll be studying that. We don't really know. What we know is obviously the Pacific Ocean plate is moving relative to the North American plate. The San Andreas and the other faults are the boundary. Now, all of the deformation is on the fault or on either side of the fault. The question for us is there some plate deformation that's taking place now in the oceanic rock to the west of California? Could that pose a threat of earthquakes or even tsunamis?
And does that help us then better predict the next big one?
It could help us predict the next big one if we see unusual deformations offshore that also are associated with earthquakes onshore. So far, I don't know of any unusual onshore earthquake activity.
All right, interesting. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. John Ebel there at Boston College, there at Newton, Massachusetts. No tsunami on this one because the magnitude was not big enough to create one, but the depth is interesting, too. Only about 6 miles, which is relatively shallow. Sir, thank you. We'll call on you again, Doctor.
Okay.